The hens woke up, the passengers panicked, and Bulgy's driver lost control. The hens were frightened. They flapped, they squawked. "Stop!" cried Bulgy's passengers. "We want to get off!" The passengers were covered in feathers and broken eggs. They were very cross. "This bus is full of hens," they complained. "We shall tell the Fat Controller."
Are you ready? Go! Thomas never could go fast at first, and Bertie drew in front. After that, the road left the railway, so they couldn't see Bertie.
That night at the sheds, the Fat Controller had something special to show the engines. It was very large and strange looking. "What is it?" asked Percy. "It's a new invention, a railway foghorn," said the Fat Controller. "It warns you when there's fog ahead, like this." "That's loud," said Percy. "Too loud," huffed James. "But where is your mouse?" "You'll see," grinned Thomas. The Fat Controller had made the little mouse her very own home in the corner of Tidmouth's sheds.
The scrapyard is full of rusty old cars and machinery. They are broken into pieces, loaded into trucks, and Edward pulls them to the steelworks where they are melted down and used again.
Soon she was flying high in Harold. "I've never seen the island like this before. It's wonderful," she said. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in a muddy pond as a toad eyed him suspiciously. Duncan didn't notice his chain was tangled in the coupling of the truck in front of him. Suddenly, he was being pulled up the track by the empty trucks. "Birds and buffers!" he cried. "It's got me!" Duncan's driver jumped clear. Rusty returned to see Duncan being pulled up the incline. "I tried to warn him," said Rusty. "He never listens," the little diesel's driver said. The chain pulling Duncan's trucks couldn't hold the weight. It suddenly snapped. "Help!" he yelled. "What? Where's that?" gasped the Fat Controller. "That's Tiger Moth," grumbled Harold. "It's rude and flies much too low." Later, Oliver saw some children building a giant snowman for the winter festival. Each time Oliver passed by, the snowman grew bigger. And bigger. And bigger. And bigger. Just an observation, Mr. Oliver. Snow is magical. Pah! Finally, the snowman was complete. But Oliver was getting colder and colder. His fire had gone out and his funnel was covered in icicles. "I was right all along. There's nothing magical about snow."
Trevor hadn't felt so happy for months. This made Henry, his driver, and his fireman very sad. Thomas let off steam loudly. Ugh, what dirty objects.
"Help! Save me!" Islands are surrounded by the sea. I can hear music. Duke was old and lived with two young engines called Stuart and Falcon. They teased Duke and called him Grandpa, but they were happy together. hard times came. The mines in the hills closed. "Cheer up, Grandpuff," called Stuart. "We'll find you a nice railway, and then you can come and keep us in order." That stormy night, the old windmill was struck by lightning. "Listen," warned Duke, "the mountain road is difficult. I'll lead." "No," replied Falcon, "I'll lead. How can I learn the route with you lumbering ahead and blocking the view?" "Suit yourself," said Duke. "But never mind the view. Look at the track." The engines set off. "Look at the track," puffed Duke. "Never mind the view." "Fusspot, fusspot," replied Falcon. "Fuddy-duddy, fuddy-duddy, fuddy-duddy." The engine's speed grew slower and slower. "Don't dawdle, don't dawdle," urged Falcon. "No hurry, puffed Duke. One moment everything seemed safe, then suddenly... Falcon was derailed and hung dangerously over the edge. Duke bravely held on with all his strength. "Stop shaking," he called. "I can't hold you if you shake." At last, with everyone's help, he was able to pull Falcon back onto the rails. Then, they started off once more. "Look our big city, here we come." While they waited, the headmaster played a lively tune. Duncan steamed quietly back to the junction as the headmaster played the organ. "Look," Rusty teased, "it's Duncan the musical engine." He tooted the organ. "Don't worry," laughed his driver, "this dragon is made of paper. It's for the carnival tomorrow." Workmen lifted the dragon onto Thomas's low loader and put lights all around it for protection. Then Thomas set off into the misty night. Thomas steamed as fast as he could along the line. But there was trouble ahead. Some faulty points sent his trucks one way, and Thomas onto the old pier rail. The trucks were delighted. He's fallen in the water. It was a hot day.
James went redder than ever. There, ready for action, was Harold the helicopter. The inspector had made a plan, and together they took off into the sky.